Well, we're still in that happy mood, and as we kick off with our news, let us start off with the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni, has applauded Huawei Technologies Uganda for its role in advancing digital skills among Ugandans through its various ICT capacity building initiatives. Hosted at State House Nakasero, the ceremony was attended by the State Minister for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Kaduchu, the Chinese ambassador to Uganda, His Excellency Zhang Lenghong, and top officials from Huawei, led by the East African multi-country regional CEO.
The First Lady speaking at a ceremony to officially award the students who excelled at the 2024 to 2025 Huawei ICT Global Competition and the opening of the Huawei 2025-2026 ICT Competition commended Huawei for empowering Uganda's youth through ICT programs.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank all of you for giving us this significant part of our work in this digital era. Thank you for identifying and nurturing the talent of our young people in the area of ICT.
Mrs. Janet Museveni celebrated the achievements of Ugandan youth, including Michelle Chemtai, the first female in Africa to obtain the prestigious Huawei Certified Internet Work Expert certification. This is a recognition of advanced skills in complex network infrastructure design, configuration optimization, and troubleshooting. She also acknowledged Huawei's Seeds for the Future program, through which, since its inception in 2016, a total of 60 Ugandans have had the opportunity to travel to China to gain hands-on exposure to cutting-edge technologies such as 5G, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and networking.
On behalf of the government of Uganda, the people of Uganda, and the families of these children, I want to thank Huawei for this God-given opportunity to this generation of our young people, because I believe that this chance amplifies the dreams of our children to succeed. And indeed, I believe that if we want to see real transformation in work, in style, exposure in China, they are challenging to our children to work harder, because we know the Chinese people as hard-working people. This is the best experience for our children, and we're very grateful for this opportunity that you have offered to our children to be in China, to see for themselves.
Chinese Ambassador Zhang praised the growing Uganda-China relations and commended Huawei's role in skilling the next generation of African innovators.
For years, Huawei has been a vital partner to bridging the digital skills gap through initiatives like the DigiTruck, Seeds for the Future, Huawei ICT Academy, and this ICT competition. Huawei's investment in ICT solutions and talents have accelerated connectivity across Uganda. This embodies the spirit of mutual benefit and shared growth that defines China-Uganda cooperation.
I'm pleased to reaffirm Huawei's commitment to supporting development of smart education across Uganda. We look forward to working closely with your ministry to realize this shared mission and vision.
The First Lady presented a dummy check of Ugandan shilling 12 million to Ugandan students for their outstanding performance in the 2024 Huawei ICT competitions, and Michelle Chemtai was awarded 8.9 million in recognition of her exceptional performance as the first African female Huawei certified internet work expert. Reporting for UBC, Baguma William.
Well, thank you very much there, Baguma Williams. Now, gold by Regan Mpande, Alan Okelo, and Ivan Ahimbe Siwe have secured a 3-2-0 victory over Guinea in the Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations CHAN tournament at Mandela National Stadium, Nambol. Regan Pande scored in the 31st minute before Alan Okello's sublime penalty kick after a foul he had won with, while Ahimbesiwe icing arrived in the 89th minute. The win means that Uganda gets its CHAN onto the recovery path after losing the opening Group C game against Algeria. In the other group game, Algeria and South Africa played out a 1-all draw to ensure the Algerians go top with 4 points, while Uganda and Guinea that beat Niger on March Day won half-3 with South Africa on 1, while Niger hasn't picked any point. This victory becomes Uganda's third win in the history of the Championship of African Nations. The Cranes return to action on Monday with a game against Niger in an 8 p.m. tie that will be preceded by South Africa against Guinea. But before that, the Championship of African Nations CHAN tournament continues tomorrow with Central African Republic playing Mauritania and Tanzania versus Madagascar. Well, Uganda Cranes fans have turned Mandela National Stadium into a party scene after a 3-0 win over Guinea. This is what the football brings, especially when the team wins the win. And of course, this will give the team 1.2 billion shillings, which was promised by President Yoweri Museveni. quite some jubilation there, and I'm sure it's party mpaka asubuhi if allowed. Now, as we move ahead, excitement filled the air as Ugandan football fans began gathering at the Uganda Railway Corporation URC station as early as 2 p.m., eager to board the special train special to Mandela National Stadium, Nambol, for the CAF African Nations Championship, that is CHAN. And of course, the day's fixtures included Algeria versus South Africa, and the match anticipated a clash between Guinea and Uganda Cranes. Well, let's hear more in this report.
The Uganda Railway Corporation train service proved a hit among supporters, offering a safe, timely and convenient journey to the stadium. Fans praised the corporation for its reliable transport, saying it enabled them to arrive early enough to fully support the national team. As the train rolled out, passengers draped in national colors sang songs of praise for the Cranes, blew vuvuzelas and chanted confidently about Uganda's chances of victory.
It's your boy Solokis Nambol Uganda, representing Uganda Cranes as usual. United Vibers everywhere. Tuze kwagira Uganda Cranes ku mulundi guli batukuba 3 kuno tuzidabolinga emirundi egi esatu tubakuba golo 9 wezate zinnawe tetuvaayo. So we are here with everything vuvuzela everyone tuzeyo ne bujajja sawa ya kugira golo weziga ntuwena zinyeze ensasi. So see you dear, see you later. Too much love. Uganda Cranes everywhere. See you.
Meanwhile, tight security was maintained both at the station and along the route to Nambol. Police reported a smooth operation, although a few lawbreakers were arrested during the process.
Like last week, we've had the numbers, but we've also had some instances of theft. We want to report that our security has been able to arrest criminals, and these criminals are going to stay in our cells and they will be prosecuted on Monday during the week. So we want to thank our security, and we want to tell all people of ill intentions not to come here because they disrupt the fun that Ugandans are supposed to have.
Uganda Railway Corporation spokesperson John Linon Sengondo expressed gratitude to the public for their unwavering support both for the railway service and the national team.
We have made our trips from Kampala to Nambol for football fans who are going to watch CHAN. This time we want to thank Ugandans because most of them have come in early and we're able to take a big number of Ugandans during our 3 trips that we've made. And like you can see here, Ugandans are still coming in and they want to go for the Uganda Cranes match. So we are very happy and we thank everyone who has come in to go and support Uganda Cranes and to go and make the country proud and happy.
With the atmosphere, electric and national pride on full display, the train ride to Nambol was more than just transport. It was part of the match day celebration itself.
Not all, even on Monday, we shall be having the same train from Kampala to Nambol, and we hope that Ugandans come in big numbers.
Reporting for ABC TV, Helen Barbara and Jamil Sekaja.
Quite some excitement there. Now, the National Resistance Movement Election Disputes Tribunal has released another batch of rulings covering 45 cases, which makes it 90 rulings so far. The 45 rulings come from areas that include Wakiso, Iganga, Amaleta, Lam, and then Lamwenge, yeah, Lawer and Mokono, plus Masaka. And other districts, yeah, but the chairman of the tribunal, John Musime, has declined to disclose the contents of the ruling before the involved parties receive them, maintaining confidentiality until the official notifications are delivered.
Kasibo Joshua Omaende and Goyre Moses, this is Budaka, Kataike Sarah Ndomboli, and another of us is Bagula Noel Kataike, Budaka district. That when a result like this is delayed, it will cause anxiety. Let no one be taken advantage of. Again, no money is accepted, no money is needed, and there's no one who should tell you in a town that they somehow can influence the decision of the tribunal. No.
Please do not accept, and if there is a delay and you feel there has been a delay, the chairman is here, you can reach him, and I am here, you can reach me. We can give you an explanation of why there has been a delay. Let nobody try to use any sort of delay.
Some of the details of the cases. I appreciate that you also appreciate that we cannot go through the details of each and every case, given there are so many, and the pressure is more to answer those, to rest people's anxieties rather than analyze. What you might want to consider doing, we'll give you our perspective. All right, I'll take.
Now, with national elections just months away and a history of violent campaigns and contested results, church leaders are mobilizing believers to intercede for a peaceful voting, a move that some see as both spiritual and political. The crossover night of worship and prayer hosted by FEUMA World Ministry International will be led by Prophet Brian Kajezi on the 31st of December, where believers will gather at Chanja grounds for prayers to the nation.
Uganda's past elections always put the nation on alert, and for many, this gathering is a call for divine intervention, but also a subtle reminder to political leaders and their supporters that the nation is yearning for unity, not conflict. Church leaders say the mandate is clear: to pray for God's guidance in ushering in a new season of leadership at all levels, and leadership that listens to the people's cry for stability, justice, and development.
As the country prepares for the upcoming general elections, the committed part of the body of Christ is where we belong in this nation of Uganda, and we believe that lasting peace is not negotiated just on a table, but it's something that takes us on our knees. We need to pray about it. It's not just about the ballot, but there is something hidden that we need to overcome. So we need to go down on prayer. The Word of God commands us to seek peace and pursue it. So on that day, we are going to be praying. We are going to be meeting God. We are going to be interceding for our nation, because we are a church that seeks peace, and we shall pursue that peace by prayer. And that is exactly what this historic night is said to do. Bring Ugandans together before God in unity, in worship and national intercession.
From the pulpit to the prayer grounds, the message will be the same: that destiny of Uganda must not be decided in chaos, but in peace.
Beyond political seasons, we recognize the urgent need to strengthen homes. The elections are going to come to an end, but afterwards we are going to return to our homes. Why have a harsh time with your brother during the elections, and after the elections you are coming back to family? So if we can get a solution for the family, we can get a solution for the nation. That brother that you are crushing in the field there when you're campaigning is your blood brother. Elections shall stop, politics shall stop, but family shall not stop.
Chanja Fiama grounds will be filled with worshippers, intercessors, and citizens. many are aware that in the charged political atmosphere, prayer can be both an act of faith and a statement of resistance against violence. Fioma Word Ministry International is led by Prophet Brian Kajezi.
The prophetic voice has never been neutral. It comes as a divine channel to enforce God's will on earth.
Reporting for ABC TV, Helen Barbara and Malaika Nabachivi.
Well, thank you, Helen Barbara. Now, NRM Central Executive Committee aspirant King Caesar Augustus Mulenga has met and interacted with party delegates from the Busoga sub-region as part of his nationwide campaign trail. During the engagement, he pledged to inject 100 million shillings into the Busoga Regional Circle. The meeting held in Iganga district saw delegates endorse King Caesar Augustus Mulenga as their preferred candidate in the Entrepreneurship League.
The meeting convened in Iganga district by King Caesar Augustus Mulenga has attracted delegates from Ujinja, Ugiri, Namutumba, Iganga, Buyende, and Maingo, among others. This has been part of his campaign trail in the eastern Uganda.
What we can only say is but we want services.
For the Busoga delegates are quick to point out how the Earning Entrepreneurs League leadership has not served its purpose.
So I am here to endorse King Caesar because he's the man I have seen. I have gone through his manifesto. I see he has the vision that can develop this country as entrepreneurs.
One clear item main delegates have singled out about King Caesar's candidacy is that he has walked the talk even before assuming office. Addressing the Busoga delegates, King Caesar reiterated the president's call of embracing transformation.
Is the issue of poverty, and this is a program His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is fighting day and night. So we as candidates, we are joining him by bringing programs that will enhance people's income.
However, according to the king, all must start with peace and stability. And that's why his Entrepreneurship League's candidacy is crucial.
As a candidate, I've already laid out programs like those of circles, those of skilling, those of information availability through magazines that will enable them to find opportunities. Again, the two are linked. Unemployment and poverty are linked. So these programs are geared to eliminate or to uproot poverty from households.
That even before securing the vote, King has embarked on the process of moving entrepreneurs from the bedroom to the kitchen.
We reach in a $500 billion budget. It means every Ugandan will have something to put in the stomach.
In his address, one can tell Caesar is a grounded entrepreneur who think big and dream beyond.
Now, this circle we are starting is going to focus in my planning to youth, women, and the smaller operators below 5 million.
To the delegates, the choice is clear.
And in his message, he has tried to hint on some of the things which are affecting us.
We are looking at someone who is going to empower our traders, our entrepreneurs.
Come to the time when you go to Kololo for elections, don't make a mistake and line up behind the people who have failed us before. Just look for King Caesar. If you can't see him, look for me, I'll take you there.
And in Busoga, King Caesar commissions the regional circle offices. Robert Onyango, BBC News.
Now, there is a growing tension in the upcoming elections for NRM Youth Parliamentary Representative because of a disagreement over Fiona Naku's nomination, as some youth see her as the right choice and candidate, while others believe her nomination should be withdrawn. Let's hear more.
A section of youths hailing from different places have pledged to back Fiona Naku's bid for the National Youth MP in the upcoming NRM party primaries. Fiona Naku, who hails from Busia, faces competition from Sharon Nasolo Muton, Susan Barumu and other contenders. The youths led by Pasco Mugisha say the endorsement of Fiona Naku blends well with her plans and connections for them.
Tuwulidde Nambol tulabyeko ne zi petition ezimu ze petitioninze omubaka ne bu message ze batusindikira abamu nga bagala kukuulayo omubaka waffe.
Vubuka ba Uganda Naku Fiona atambudde district zonna 151 n'omulamwa n'enjiri.
Mugisha revealed that their unified backing to Naku's deep political candidacy started before she joined active politics. However, they say those against her age want to tarnish her name.
Ataddemu enkulaakulana nga tannafuuka na kufuuka MP.
Abafuddeyo okumulwana bali just week banafu.
However, another group of youths have appealed directly to NRM Party National Chairman Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and to the office of the NRM National Chairman Hajat Hadija Namyalo to intervene into the same matter.
Following up on our petition for denomination of Honorable Naku Fiona on the position of National Female Youth MP.
We came to the office of the National Chairman of NRM so as our issues would be heard.
The move comes after the NRM Electoral Commission Chairman Tango Doi recently gave advice about the same when some youths stormed the NRM offices.
But if there's a petition, which there is, we have procedures of handling petitions. We can never handle it by sweeping it under the carpet. We handle it by calling the parties, talking to them. So this petition you're talking about is being handled.
Meanwhile, Apollo Kantinti, former Chadondo East legislator, whose victory in the 2016 general elections was nullified by the High Court after only 8 months' service in the August House following electoral irregularities, and the Court of Appeal upheld his decision, resulting into a by-election which was won by Robert Chagulanyi, has returned into active politics.
The people who have so far in the constituency who have presented themselves don't have anything to go by, much to go by, right? And in Luganda, that's what we use mostly in Chadondo. They say, we don't have something to put on the weighing scale.
Kantinti, who seeks re-election, has expressed his intention of standing again for the same position.
Municipality, Ibrahim Semoju, representing, has done his road network, finished it up. Nansana, why? Honorable Semoju goes to the district and he represents and he lobbies for the equipment and the equipment gets brought in back. Chadondo, we don't have any representation. And again, that goes to the reason why I'm telling you why am I coming back.
Apollo Kantinti, who was recently granted the responsibility of the FDC party flag bearer for MP Chadondo East constituency, shared what propelled his bouncing back for the same post.
In those 8 months, something else I had forgotten. I called the council. They came, they were very comfortable. We sat in the boardroom of the opposition and we discussed issues.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
Now, the High Court in Kampala has dismissed Dr. Kizza Besigye and Hajabedi Rutale's bail application on grounds that the applicants have not clocked the mandatory remand period of 180 days to be released on mandatory bail.
A High Court judge, Judge Emmanuel Baguma, has dismissed a bail application by retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye and his colleague Hajabedi Rutale on grounds that the applicants have not clocked the mandatory remand period of 180 days to be released on a mandatory bail as per Article 23(6)(c) of the Constitution of Uganda. Court was also of the view that there is no evidence before court that indicates that the accused were remanded on 20th November 2024 by the General Court Martial as they allege. since on the court records, it shows that they were remanded by Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court on 21st February 2025 after being charged afresh.
Now we are asking him, at the time when he was in Luzira under the remand warrant of the General Court Martial, what was his status in Luzira? Because Luzira is a remand prison. You can only be there either when you are remand or a convict.
Judge Baguma was also of the view that the applicants failed to present evidence that there were proceedings in the alleged general court martial, to which court cannot rely on hearsay by the applicants. Court added that although this is in public domain, that the accused were arrested and remanded by the general court martial, court cannot rely on this without evidence, and that in doing so, it would amount court to ascending into the arena of the case and gathering evidence which is not legally presented before court. Although the applicants preferred their application on the case of Twesigye Enoch versus Uganda, alleging similar facts concerning the mandatory bail, court was of the view that the facts in this case were different from the applicant's application, since the accused were remanded by a civilian court, not the general court martial as they allege.
The second bail application was now allocated to Justice Emmanuel Bashama. Now that he has demonstrated bias, we have no reason to go back and forth. We said, no, let it now go to a different judge so that we can see if it's possible to get justice from a different judge.
Judge Baguma also based his reasoning that since the accused were already committed to the High Court, therefore it's prudent for them to concentrate on the main suit rather than filing bail applications.
He's interpreting the law mechanically and for purpose, for a reason, because he wanted to circumvent the provisions of Article 23. So we take exception to this. We are grieved, we are appalled, and we do not accept this decision.
With this, he directed the Deputy Registrar in charge of this court to immediately fix the main case for hearing. Retired Colonel Dr. Kizabesige and Hajobedi Lutale filed their application basing their grounds under Article 23(6)(c) that allows any person who has spent 80 days without being committed to High Court for the trial on criminal offences to be released on a mandatory bail. Retired Colonel Dr. Kizabesige, Hajobedi Lutale, and Captain Oraru Dennis are accused of treason and misprision of treason, which offences prosecution alleges that were committed in Kenya, Uganda, Greece Citizenland, among other places. This case was transferred to the civil court following a Supreme Court decision that barred the General Court Martial from trying civilian cases. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nansubuga, UBC News.
And now in the area of copyright, the mover and seconder of the Copyright and Neighbouring Rights Amendment Bill 2025 are proposing a revision to the current law to introduce the private copyright levy, a fee imposed on the gadgets used to access creative content privately. While appearing before the Parliament's legal committee, stakeholders in the creative industry also proposed the deletion of Clause 5 of the amendment, which makes contract registration mandatory.
Parliament's Legal Committee has interacted with various stakeholders from the creative sector to gather input on the Copyright and Neighbouring Rights Amendment Bill 2025. The first group hosted included the mover and seconder of the bill, both MPs and musicians, alongside the Director of Copyright from the Intellectual Property Centre. The mover, Maokota North MP Hilary Chiaga, told the committee that the amendments aim to empower the creative industry, but that they had disagreed with government on mechanisms through which artists can earn from their work.
Why did the government fail to agree with you on such key matters where you are very informative and you have got the experience? We need to find out from you whether they were just falling on a deaf ear. Otherwise,
with the government, because whenever we talked about issues or areas where artists are going to get money, it was a challenge. Yet for us, coming up with this amendment was to make sure that artists' revenues are raised.
The Sekenda Bugweri woman member of parliament, Rachel Magola, said the private copyright levy is a straightforward means for the government to collect revenue. However, MPs raised concerns on how such a levy would benefit content creators directly.
A Dr. Hilderman who produced Tabitebi Kute can know who is consuming his music. It is permanently on a CD that he cannot account for. So it is my property that somebody is enjoying. I love government to chew this by giving me a percentage, by giving...
Because the resistance to some of the recommendations, especially the private copy levy, come from, we are going to increase taxes. That's what everybody is looking at. We are not looking at the benefit of the existence of the private copy levy.
So does it operate like a circle that content creators will belong to that circle and will be going to pick the money? Or it is a fund that is going to enhance the development and support of the industry? Is there individual benefit that will accrue from this fund, or you are looking at collective benefit?
MP Asumani Basalira also criticized the proposal to establish a separate copyright authority, saying it conflicts with the government's rationalization policy. Instead, MPs recommended strengthening the Uganda Registration Services Bureau, URSB, with enhanced mandates, rather than setting up a new agency.
But here, being under URSB, even if you went there today, it is just a desk of not even qualified people.
I don't know how you would want this matter to be pushed in light of the existing government policy that is evidently against, creating more public institutions as a way of managing resources.
Suffer. Would it be fatal if we maintained URSB with enhanced personnel?
When you have URSB, where there's not one person who knows the industry, they are put in a job which they do not understand at all. We have a problem there.
The Director of Copyright at the Intellectual Property Centre, Norman Mbabazi, proposed maintaining the Office of Registrar of Copyright, appointed by the Minister and supported by a qualified expert in copyright law.
In their offices, and they are not aware of what's going on the ground. Everything they see, they meet at their desk. So I don't mind whether the Registrar of Copyright is situated within URSB, but can this person be appointed as the law requires and is qualified in that manner, separate from the Registrar General?
4 associations under the Uganda National Cultural Forum also presented their views. They called for the deletion of Clause 5, which makes contract registration mandatory, and Clause 6, which proposes a 20-year reversion of contracts.
Allowing for voluntary contract registration. If you want to register, registration should be voluntary. I think even in the current Copyright Act, registration of contracts is voluntary. 2, to safeguard the full property rights of rights holders and prevent loopholes that could be exploited by third parties through piracy. I'm
Nafka Farida at Parliament.
Now, Supreme Court Judge Monica Kalyejera Mujenyi has urged all stakeholders in the legal field to train lawyers to reduce the number of cases in the court. Mujenyi lamented that a high number of law students these days, but the quality of the law is poor, which he said should be addressed before it is too late. He was speaking at the opening of the court where law students will be trained in what they are learning in classes.
Many times people have been reading things in classes and taking them seriously, but when it comes to implementation, then there are untold problems. Unlike in other subjects, law students are also in the same situation, which causes many students to complete their studies without knowing what to do. Opening the new law students' court at the University of Kampala today, Supreme Court Justice Monica Kalyegira-Mugenyi urged everyone involved in the legal field to do their job to ensure the country is free of the rule of law.
The heart and soul of the practice of law is rooted in the conscientious promotion of the interests of justice by all stakeholders. It is this innate sense of justice and fairness that should concern every legal professional. I dare say that it is the duty of law schools and teachers of law, therefore, to entrain this nuanced approach to legal training and inculcate in their students a deep commitment to justice and the rule of law.
The judge also said the facility would help children get butterflies rather than catch up on classroom activities.
Students must understand the nature of the dispute before them and refrain from pursuing the proverbial red herring. Training practice, the students get increasingly more proficient in the courtroom. This in turn would give the university a niche in legal education sector.
However, I regretted the high number of law students and law firms as opposed to where they are, but they have nothing to show in the criminal justice system and put it on people to take special repercussions.
Going through university with no exposure whatsoever to courtroom dynamics is a gross disservice to young budding lawyers. Therefore, devise innovative methods to confront the gaps in the legal space. Alternative dispute resolution, ADR, is a very good place to start in diffusing conflicts and thus limiting litigation to only deserving cases.
Vice Chancellor Professor Muhammad Ngoma promised to do his utmost to ensure that the institution reaches the highest level.
This facility then, we know we shall be sure we have a substitute to what we want to do outside, so we can use this as a training ground.
Professor Arthur Sande, on behalf of the founder of the university, Alhaj Hassani Basajabalaba, welcomed the initiative and said that the student will gain determination so that they can enter the legal market with knowledge.
Is one such space, a space where theory meets practice and where future advocates, judges, and policymakers will be sharpened. About creating spaces where students can imagine, practice, and prepare for the real world.
Well, now the Ministry of Education and Sports has launched an investigation into the operation license of Greensprout Secondary School in Boyogerere, Wakiso District. Let's hear more in this report.
During the inspection conducted by the Directorate of Education Standards, officials found Greensprout Secondary School in Boyogerere, Wakiso District, operating in compacted structures which, according to the Ministry of Education and Sports, are not suitable for providing education services.
Sprout, and really it is operating below standards. We are disappointed to see that they have a boarding section which is illegal. They have poor sanitation and hygiene.
The team also established that the school lacks the minimum operational requirements.
This is the portion that the children are going to eat. With a lot of garbage. This is garbage. With our portion. This is the portion.
And they have a license which is doubtable. So I don't know whether it is a legal one, but it calls for further investigation.
After issuing implementation and enforcement orders to the management of Greensprout Secondary School, the inspection team proceeded to evaluate other schools in Entebbe municipality.
Don't allow wooden beds. Have you been told about it?
Yeah, we've been told.
This is firewood. We call this firewood.
At some schools, such as Entebbe Lakeview, the inspection revealed that they are not authorized to operate boarding sections.
Because for you to run a boarding section, you must be authorized by the Ministry of Education. But for Victorian High School and Lakeview Secondary School in Entebbe, they have illegal boarding sections, as well as this other one, the one in Buyogere, that is Prout. They have illegal boarding sections.
Additionally, the team found that several private schools are struggling with the delivery of science subjects and the implementation of the competency-based curriculum.
Of them are still lacking the basics of the science labs. For example, they have lab stores, but they are lacking the science lab where
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Pastor Wilson Bugembe at 20 in Uganda Kusaraya. Do you remember this? How about this? And this one? Join Pastor Will B as he celebrates 20 years of great ministry, worship, praise, and holy entertainment. On the 8th of August at Campus Arena Hotel. Interest is 150K and the table of 8 goes for 3 million. Alibad tickets available at 120K on Momo Pay. Dial star 165 star 20 hash. You can also find them at Worship House Nasana, Papa Sport Machindi, and Serena Hotel. For booking, call 0760 333 132. Sponsored by Victoria University, Phenon Records, Next Media, Pepsi, QC Restaurant, Massey Christian School, Success Motors, and MTN.
Musumba Ezekiel okuva Kenya, musajja wa Katonda, Mukama amukozesa. Mujje mu crusade egenda okubeera ekirombe, manye obulamu bwamwe tebugenda kusigala kyekimu.
Uganda, are you ready for the biggest revival explosion? New Reference Center the Church presents a revival hearing crusade by pastor and an international evangelist, Ezekiel from Kenya.
Shine, shine, shine. You shine and you shine. And just in the name of Jesus.
It will be held from 13th to 17th August 2025 at Zambia Chirombe Grounds, Kampala. Time 8 a.m. Come and take your miracle.
Mwenna abantu b'ekirombe mwenna abali awo mujje mu lukuŋŋaana. The Lord will seriously bless you.
All you are welcome.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Welcome back from that short break. As we continue, Rhino Refugee Settlement in Madi, Okolo. The sadness reality exists. Many young women, including teenage single mothers, are navigating unimaginable challenges and, of course, are forced to flee conflict. They now face mental health concerns and trauma of their past. Let's hear more in this report.
Rhino Refugee Settlement in Madiokolo and Terego districts provides shelter and hope for over 190 refugees, primarily from Sudan and South Sudan.
I'm from Western Equatoria, from South Sudan. I come from a place called Najero, from Bahel Gazelle.
The settlement is predominantly female, with women constituting 87% of the population.
We have around 190,000 refugees for Rhino Camp Refugee Settlement. And majority of this population, 87% are women and children. So any challenge that is facing the community as refugees and the host community, the women and children face it most. They feel it most as women and children.
A significant proportion of these women are teenage single mothers, facing unique challenges in their daily lives.
Here in 2016, I came with my 2 aunties and 14 brothers after the war had broken out in our area there, and our father passed away and we left our mother back that side. It's a long story.
Story started 2013. So we came from we came from South Sudan. This is not my fault. It's my father's fault because he's the one refused to let us marry with that man.
The settlement's demographics highlights vulnerability and resilience of the teenage single mothers. The high percentage of the women underscores the need for targeted support services, including maternal health.
An integrated program means that we're delivering a holistic care to women in need or a community in need that meets not just the physical health needs but also the mental health needs, and I think this is really important. And then linking that in further to livelihoods helps reduce a lot of the stress that is coming amongst the population, either due to lack of opportunities to work, to train, to get income, or because of the ration cuts in the refugee settlements.
Developing partners like TPO Uganda, with support from Yohanita International, has been implementing maternal and mental health access, psychosocial and livelihood support to improve the social well-being of women in Rhino Refugee Settlement. TPO, with support from Yohanita International, has taken a significant step towards addressing maternal health challenges by constructing a 12-bed maternity ward at Orujuba Health Center 3 in Madiokoro district. During the exit overview meeting for the Mama Plus project, numerous success stories were shared highlighting the positive impact of the 14-month initiative on the lives of refugee mothers and their families. Haruna Mtesasira, UBS News.
Now the Japanese embassy has toured several development projects implemented by Japan in Uganda aimed at mitigating poverty and promoting economic growth by investing in innovative approaches. Sasayama Takuya, the ambassador of Japan to Uganda, commended the government of Uganda for maintaining good relations with the neighboring countries and pledged continued support towards Uganda's economic development.
Africa is diverse. It's different from country to country, region to region, area to area, issues to issues, even people to people. But I hope with the same challenges and same spirit in mind, we can do something for the future, something for us to give us hope, not only to us, but for our generations to come.
Among the projects is the construction of an equipment operator training center located in Vumba village,
Luweero district. The centre seeks to address the shortage of skilled construction machine operators in Uganda.
It was set up because during the supplying of equipment in 2017 that were given to all the districts in Uganda, it was found that there is a need for equipment operators. So in order to conserve that big consignment of equipment that was distributed to all the districts in Uganda, it was seen as imperative to set up an operator training center to be able to train more operators. So far we've carried out 2 trainings and a total of 134 operators have been passed out.
Japan has also supported the improvement of traffic light control systems in Kampala to enhance the capacity of Kampala Capital City Authority in managing traffic flow across the city.
Because we are able to understand the flow of traffic, which is one of our pains in Kampala. And with the partnerships with the Uganda Police Force, we shall be able to tease out interventions that will allow the people that come to Kampala to enjoy their city. We are therefore very grateful to JICA and the government of Japan for supporting us in acquiring not only the traffic control center, but also enhancing the signalization of junctions in Kampala. We already now have about 59 junctions, fully signalized.
Another initiative is the Uganda-Japan Connect project, which promotes entrepreneurship and ecosystem strengthening. Winnie Ainembabazikatwire and Tanaba Kenneth for UBC.
Now, more than 400 residents of Katuntu and Lugando villages in Rwabakova sub-county, Rakai district, have been forced to vacate their vibanjas by a man identified as Fred Bainomjisha. According to Sejomwa Richard, the sub-county chairman, he said that he is on a wanted list and that some of his colleagues have gone missing. He claimed that even merely talking about or looking at Fred's goats could lead to arrest by police, and residents alleged that they were forced to vacate their vibanjas at gunpoint.
According to local leaders, Bainomjisha, who residents allege holds the rank of colonel, acquired a title deed from Kalema Muhammad for land long occupied by Bibanja holders. Katuntu LC1 chairman Kagumire Moses and Lugando village chairman Bamparana Fred claim residents were evicted at gunpoint, with some people disappearing after merely talking about Bainomjisha or even looking at his goats.
Waliwo abantu abayiganyizibwa yadde bali mu zooni y'e Katuntu nga babasibako emisango nti bakuba embuzi ne zisowola. Mugaba muyita Yoramu. Yoramu ayina ente mpaga mulunzi n'ayoneseza abatuuze okukamala ababonyabonya.
One, we have rich people who came from Kampala. They bought land here, but they have animals. Those animals, they eat our crops. It's Bainomjisha Fred and Mr. Chisache Ntuma Blasio. They are 2 rich people from Kampala who bought land. They bought land. They are harassing people. They are chasing people from their vibanja.
Sejomwa Richard, the sub-county chairman, said that on Bainomjisha's orders, he has been placed on a wanted list, but he still accuses Fred of torturing residents and using his influence to intimidate them. The matter came up during a meeting convened by Rakai RDC, Sarah Chiimba, and attended by State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja. The minister, visibly displeased by the reported acts, reminded those present of President Museveni's directives on land matters.
Excellency President, those of 22nd Feb 2013 and the 28th Feb 2022. Number 1, no evictions. Number 2, those perpetuating evictions should be arrested and charged in accordance with the law. Number 3, those who have already been evicted to be helped by government through RDC to return. The owner of a Chibanja has a security guarantee of occupancy.
Dr. Mayanja ordered by Nomwisha to present his land documents to the Ministry for Compensation and directed the RDC to return residents to their Bibanja.
The President has provided this present constitution to compensate them. So I've directed that henceforth from now, let him go through the RDC, send his title to me, I'll clear it with the approval of RDC, indicating the people who are staying on the Chibanja, who now are the owners of that land, and the government will compensate him.
RDC Chiimba thanked the minister, calling him the only savior sent by the president to help the people.
We do greatly appreciate our President of the Republic of Uganda for the good work, the good guidance he has given to us, the Ugandans, most so in land issues. We thank you so much, Minister Mayanja. You've guided so well.
Now, in a groundbreaking initiative to combat the effects of climate change, the United Nations Capital Development Fund has launched the local climate adaptive living facility in the country. The pioneering program is designed to finance climate resilience, infrastructure and initiatives, empowering the vulnerable communities to adapt to climate change impacts.
The local climate adaptive living facility implemented by UNCDF aims to strengthen Uganda's climate resilience by supporting locally driven adaptation initiatives. The program focuses on financing sustainable infrastructure that helps communities withstand environmental shocks.
We have different species for timbers and fruity trees, which are going to distribute to our members and the community.
We are directing them to the nurseries within the communities now to procure seedlings directly.
Through local, districts like Nabilatuk and Bulambuli have made notable progress in sustainable development and climate disaster risk reduction. Initiatives such as agroforestry, climate-smart agriculture, and water systems have significantly improved livelihoods.
Karamoja here, and particularly my district, I have not seen a jaka fruit. I have not seen a jaka fruit. I have not seen mangoes. And yet, from those who are environmentalists and agriculturalists, even from the general observation, this weather and the soils can support those trees. So those are some of the trees we are going to develop here.
As we are having the store, we promise that we are going to produce quality seeds, quality grains, that will make even the government of Uganda to be on map.
Tree planting so that we manage or minimize the impacts of flooding and other environment-related hazards in the area.
In Nablatuk, a piped water system was installed in Natiria sub-county, ending the long treks residents made to access water. The district has also restored the Lola Chanta River ecosystem through tree and grass planting.
Cows are now taking water from a different place, and people are taking water from this tap you have brought for us. Thank you.
The local facility is emerging as a replicable model for climate-resilient development. By funding adaptive infrastructure, it enables vulnerable communities to thrive in a changing climate.
We thought of giving extension to more 10 villages in Abilatuk, more 10 tap stands in Abilatuk because of the high pressure. This project is going to be implemented in 2025-2026.
Local is making a visible impact in Uganda, enhancing resilience and promoting sustainable development. The program's success reflects the power of collective action in addressing climate change. Robert Katamba compiled this report for UBC.
Now, the State House Anti-Corruption Unit has intensified investigations into alleged illegal land dealings in Kazi on land allocation to military veterans. The operation, led by Brigadier General Henry Ishoke, follows complaints of encroachment, illegal allocation, and unauthorized construction.
Was at the main entrance to the veterans' land in Kazi, engaging local leadership and assessing the disputed plots. What they found raised concern. Most of the forest cover has been cleared, the land subdivided into plots, and several permanent structures erected without clear authorization. Leaders from the National Veterans Council joined the anti-corruption unit on the ground. These included Chairperson Charles Odora Oriem, Commissioner Alice Nyiramahoro, and Deputy Chairperson also Dadidi East MP Isaiah Sasaga. The council members say they are shocked at the level of impunity and the speed at which the land is being altered.
Under the command of Brigadier General Henry Soke, we had a very fruitful meeting because there was a petition that was given to that office by the Chief Commissioner. So a team of scout leaders met the minister, who directed this small team to come and discuss the issue with the in charge anti-corruption of the State House. It was a fruitful meeting. That's after resolving from there, we decided together as a team. It was a multi-sectoral team that involved various security units, lands office, office of the Attorney General, the mapping office, and with the scouts. So we resolved that we come to Kazi. We came to Kazi and moved around the camp and saw the destruction that has been made.
However, they reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring justice is served and veterans' property is protected. The State House Anti-Corruption Unit has pledged to continue investigations as legal action looms over those found culpable.
Techno and MTN. Together, our flash snap is unstoppable. Grab the Techno Camon 40 series and get free 9 GB of MTN data, valid for 3 months. Don't wait. Get your Techno Camon 40 today at Techno stores and MTN outlets. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
And quickly into the world of business now. Despite several government programs aimed at poverty alleviation, persistent land wrangles continue to undermine the progress across the country. In Luero district, a NADS-supported coffee farmer is counting losses after his 2-acre plantation was destroyed due to an ongoing land dispute.
In a bid to fight poverty and promote economic development, government has rolled out several initiatives, including NADS, to support farmers. However, recurring land conflicts remain a major setback. In Katika Mulwero district, NADS beneficiary and coffee farmer Mitala Sebu Fukezekia is crying foul after unknown individuals cut down his entire 2-acre coffee plantation.
I received a call from work saying that my coffee had been cut off. When I arrived, I found all my coffee scattered on the ground.
We found Sebufu at the site of his destroyed plantation, accompanied by concerned community members. He says he had become a model coffee farmer in the area, offering training to fellow farmers, but now stands devastated by the actions of individuals he identifies as Nakawesi and Mulumba Sepirito, who he claims led the destruction of his farm. He's now appealing to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the Minister of Lands to intervene in what he describes as an illegal eviction, despite having valid land documents.
Basebo ne banyabo wensabira oba gavumenti oba Museveni oba President Museveni anyambe kubazine mwanyi gwe wazimpa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am humbly requesting support from the government or the president. It was you who gave me the coffee seedlings and I planted them with dedication. I am Mitala Sebufu, the same person you spoke about in Iluero, a model farmer who contributed to the development of the community.
Sebufu estimates that he was earning over 25 million shillings per season from the coffee plantation, now completely lost. Community members and fellow farmers condemn the destruction, calling on government to intensify efforts to address illegal evictions and land fraud across the country.
I am the one who bought this land in 1976 for 300 shillings. I gave it to my children and they planted crops on it. Now the land has been taken away from them.
kakati nibajali babisala nsanvu mumeka mumukaga amazima gavumenti mutuyambe olwensonga tulondera bwerere simanyo ba gavumenti ne yagala bagaggabuka.
Our attempts to reach the alleged landlords for a comment were unsuccessful. Charity Marion Imnat and Salongo Kasubante for UBC News.
Now still in business, Uganda's insurance sector and media industry have pledged to work more closely to bridge the gap between the two vital sectors of economy. During an engagement between the insurance sector, stakeholders and members of the Fourth Estate, participants raised concerns over the current level of collaboration and potential benefits of fostering stronger partnerships.
Insurance is not a luxury, but a necessity in our society.
The ultimate goal of why people insure is in the unlikely event or in the unfortunate event that they suffer a loss, they will be paid. So I'm happy to say that if 800 billions was paid back in form of claims, it means the reason why people insure is being achieved.
For increased insurance penetration in Uganda, the Fourth Estate's role cannot be taken for granted. It's on this backdrop that Uganda Insurance Association, with partners, organized this high-level workshop on the theme of bridging the gap, rethinking insurance reporting in Uganda.
For us, it's not going to be only for today, but you and I, or the sector and the insurance, the media sector and the insurance industry, to ensure that we simplify what we share with the public to build trust, which also helps with the penetration in the long run. So we are happy and grateful as the Insurers Association, as IRA, as everyone within the fraternity to ensure that we deliver growth and we teach the public about insurance, and we can't do it without yourselves.
Currently, Uganda's insurance sector penetration level stands at less than 1%, a worrying statistic mainly attributed to lack of knowledge of the insurance products and their short to long-term benefits.
I want to encourage many Ugandans to take up insurance. Definitely, as we know, many more Ugandans need to take up insurance because it is just catching up. But if you do not have an insurance policy now, you only blame yourself, because the insurance regulator is there to ensure that if you have insurance and there is any problem, you will be paid, you will be compensated.
Dennis Igor for UBC Business.
And in sports, with just 2 weeks to go, the excitement surrounding the 2025 Tusker Light Mount Rwenzori Marathon is reaching new heights. Title sponsors Uganda Breweries Limited through its premium low-carb brand Tuscalite has unveiled the official race kit for this year's highly anticipated edition.
This year's kit has received exciting upgrades designed to reflect the race's character and deeper purpose. It has been carefully curated to blend performance, style, and symbolism. It features a striking white motif symbolizing the majestic Rwenzori glaciers, which are rapidly eroding due to climate change. The design choice is thus a conscious reminder of the urgent need to protect this natural wonder.
And today I am very excited for this launch of this beautiful kit that coming alive. And as we have seen today, it is not just any kit. First of all, it symbolizes a movement. Everything on this kit stands for something. I think from the beautiful colors that you're seeing, all the way representing the heights of the mountain, which is the Mount Rwenzori, which is a beautiful scenery around the Kasese. We have at the right-hand side, you can see the representation of Uganda, because this marathon has become no longer a local platform, but it is now an international platform. And what better way to take it out than have the Ugandan flag on the kits. And lastly, in terms of the color, it's just a beautiful brand with a brand that is the title sponsor for it. We have worked with Tuscalite Rwenzori Marathon in the journey for the past 5 years, and we are very happy of what this platform has become.
Finishers of the 42-kilometer race will receive gold medals with inscriptions of the equator at the back, commemorating the world's only marathon that starts directly on the equator. The Tuscalite Mount Rwenzori Marathon that is organized by Equator Hikes is expecting over 6,000 runners to contest the 42 kilometers, the 21 kilometers, the 10-kilometer challenge run, and the 5-kilometer Here for Vibes fun run.
Good thing about this is that so many young tour operators in Uganda have embraced it. They're making sure that they're transporting tourists, they're accommodating tourists, they're making sure they have tours for the tourists who are coming into the country. A lot of international stars start arriving on Wednesday, especially the American groups.
This fourth Tuscalite Rwenzori Marathon, set for August 23rd, 2025 in Kasese, has evolved into a powerful story of adventure, resilience, and tourism development.
If there's one thing I have seen across the few weeks I've actually been tracking, we have a very strong running team from the brewery. I think they're here. So guys who are running from Uganda breweries, there you go. That's just the ones who are not holding the line. Well done, team. Yes, we're looking forward to showcasing and competing along that run.
Over the years, it has grown into a global spectacle that is internationally certified, drawing participants from over 30 countries, including Kenya, UAE, United Kingdom, and the USA.
Well, thank you so much for sticking with us and allowing us into your space. That's all we have time for. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Let's meet again sometime in the future. Bye-bye.